I hope you're all doing well. So let's start this video by discussing the topic that I chose today for the video, which is that we need less advice. What we really need more of. Do we really need to consume more advice regarding how to improve ourselves or what to do in our life? Do we really not know what we are doing? Do we really not know self-help practices like journaling already, meditation, yoga, Reiki? Do we not know all this already? Do we need to consume more videos regarding all this advice on how to improve ourselves? The thing is that you know deep down, you know all these steps to take to better yourself. But what is missing, the key that is missing is not consuming more advice, in my opinion. I think what we really need more of is soft love. You are here as much as I am watching this video. You exist as I exist. We are both real, even though your mind may convince you otherwise. So take a deep breath. I know maybe you won't, but it's fine. Try to be cognizant of your breath, and let's get started with this. Why do I think we need to consume less advice? Because I think we are not kids. Deep down we know all the practices we could do to better ourselves or to better our mental health. What we are missing is being seen and understood by others. And what is really the missing piece of the puzzle, I think, is to have at least one or two close people in your life with whom you can be yourself without being judged. You can go to therapy, you can, and it will improve your life as well. It may improve your life, or depending on the therapist and depending on the vibe you get for the therapist and your liaison or relationship with the therapist. But what we really need more of is, I think, connection and being mindful of our surroundings, listening to the wind, the birds chirping in the trees, and engaging our senses in where we are. I know this may sound contradictory because I'm also giving advice indirectly, but listen me out. I just want to say, I see you. You exist just like I exist. I hear you, and you are here. You are here right now. Make the most of it, and just know that deep in my heart, I have all the love for you for existing and continuing to exist and braving it each and every single day, waking up and trying to go through the day and make it through the day. It's hard. It's not easy at all. It's not easy as it may look, But what I think is going on when you consume more advice is you're feeling lost, most probably. And consuming more advice will contribute to your feeling lost even more if you do not implement it or if you do not take action. But what you actually need is a hug, is someone to see you for who you really are without judgment. And that's the key component that is missing in our lives, I think. How can we go about our days being more aligned with our purpose and being more aligned actually with the people that are surrounding us? How can we make sure that the people that are around us are aligned with our values? The answer is always inside you. The answer is to go within. The more you go within, the more you listen to your intuition, the more you listen to your gut feeling and what your body is trying to tell you, your soul is trying to tell you, the calls of your soul, whatever nudges you are getting. When you go down deep inside and work on yourself enough and heal certain wounds which are causing you to be in trigger mode or in fight or flight mode or even fawn mode, if you go ahead and heal them somehow. And I don't need to tell you how to heal them because there's so many practices out there and it's just so evident. I know you're working on yourself already and you're doing enough. I just want to tell you that you're doing enough. You really are, even if you think otherwise. And you've already done so much to work on yourself and you might feel like you're not reaping the results, but the thing is that you're looking for overnight results, overnight turnover. I just wanted to go ahead and share this little story of when I was about to go to medical school at the age of 18, and my dad, he saw that I was emotionally quite unstable and I was in turmoil, and so he gave me a list. He made a list of advice for me and I put it in front of myself. I read it, but I couldn't implement it because I wasn't emotionally stable and my priority was survival. My body was priming itself for survival instead of implementing advice and following through and improving myself or improving my circle around me, cutting off toxic people, cutting off toxic friends. My prime priority that time was survival. My body and soul was priming for survival because I was not in a good state of mind. So I couldn't implement that advice. Take into account what your state of being is, if you can even take the advice and implement it. And I don't think any advice on self-improvement these days is too, how you say, unstereotypical, and it's just all out there. It's in articles, you can Google it, it's everywhere, what you can do to improve your life. But what is not out there is how you can help yourself in your specific situation. You know better, you know yourself better. You know what to implement and what not to implement, and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So what you need, you don't even need tough love. Tough love, if you're going through a hard time, tough love will only fuel to the fire. What we need is soft compassion, loving kindness, and gentle ways. And if we can't get that loving kindness from others, at least we can make sure to give it to our own selves. Be kinder to ourselves, being more compassionate towards our heart and being and soul. Giving ourselves a little hug, touching ourselves like, we exist, and feeling that this is our skin and this is who we are and we exist, being aware of that and becoming aware of that feeling and thought. And that thought is actually beautiful when you don't have other racing thoughts going through your head, and you're just aware that you exist, and you're breathing and you're in tune with your breath. It's not easy to love ourselves. Sometimes it's not easy to be kind to ourselves because we are stuck in a fight, flight, or freeze mode, and we are stuck in certain thought patterns, racing thoughts, and spirals. So I just want to extend my kindness towards you. I just want to extend my loving ways towards you. I just want to tell you that you are enough as you are, and thank you so much for existing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Leave your thoughts in the comments on what, in your opinion, is the missing ingredient these days, what we need more of. It's so beautiful out here, and I just remember another thing that I wanted to add is, when you are inside in your room or in your apartment or inside a building, whatever it is, you're enclosed, right? And your thoughts, they add up. So the thoughts add up, your thoughts keep thoughting. That's a word. Your thoughts keep adding up, and then I feel like, this is my own theory, it's not scientific or anything, but this is what I think happens when you're inside. Your thoughts keep adding up, and then they start bursting, and it gets to a point where you think you can't take it anymore, your thoughts, and you know what the solution to that is? It's simply going outside, seeing the weather, however it is, dressing up for that, and engaging your senses in nature or city or wherever you are. I know it's hard, especially for people who are highly sensitive and highly empathetic, to be in tune in cities and places where there's high traffic sounds, noise pollution, and all that. So my advice would be to just try to go to parks and connect with nature as much as possible wherever that may be for you. So yeah, thinking how it's so important to nourish ourselves. So all in all, I just wanted to give a disclaimer or like a note at the end of this video saying that I'm not saying consuming advice is toxic in itself, I'm just saying incessantly consuming advice is not going to do you any good, and we all need more love, more compassion. And I also was thinking of some things that I was on when I was on my way back, and so I just wanted to communicate them and express them. We all can do with more compassion, expression, and stating our feelings, our love for the people who are close to us in our lives. It can make a big difference. Just saying again that consuming advice is not toxic in itself, but you have to be discerning at the same time of the advice you consume and you take. because you have to take everything with a grain of salt, and what, like I said previously, what may work for someone may not work for you, you know. So always tune into yourself and see if it vibes with you and all that. And you are the creator of your destiny. You are the driver of your life. You're driving on the path or creating the path, and you're in the driver's seat, not on the back seat. So sometimes we are in the back seat, you know, of our own life's car. You know, our life is the car, or carving the path, and we're in the back seat, and we are letting someone else go drive it. But you know what? It's okay to let someone else drive it too. You know why? Because most likely and more often than not, when you surrender, you're letting God, you're letting the universe drive the car and lead you to where you're meant to be. So just trust in the process, trust God, trust the universe, and trust anything you believe, you know. And never give up hope. It's always really hard to lose hope when we are depressed, and it's really hard to see it. But you know, you have to see the people around you, especially the people closest to you, and see what they're going through. Open up spaces, open up a space of non-judgment, so that they're able to express themselves truly towards you if they're going through a hard time, which will help them see that there will be hope by you giving them love, a hug, embrace, loving kindness, and the like, you know. Really, that's we could all do so much more. We could all do so much more and so good with love in our lives, and love flourished everywhere. So I just wanted to bring that to attention. Please continue to exist and hang in there. I promise you it will get better.